Imagine your own mother looking you dead in the eyes at your stepsister's engagement party, shoving a plate of cold leftovers into your hands and whispering, "Eat in the kitchen. You embarrass us." That single sentence still burns in my chest. I was Mia, the quiet daughter nobody noticed, standing in the doorway while laughter and champagne glasses clinked in the living room. They toasted Sophia like she was royalty. Me? I was the problem they hid. But that night wasn't about their celebration. It was the night the front door opened and a man in a sharp suit asked for me by name. What he said next turned their perfect party into a nightmare they never saw coming. Before we continue with this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for updates. The doorbell rang right as I was scraping the last bit of cold rice off that pathetic plate. Have you ever felt so small that even the kitchen tiles seemed to swallow you? That was me, hunched on a stool, lights off, while the living room exploded with cheers for Sophia's sparkling new ring. Mom, Elena, had made it crystal clear. You embarrass us. My plain black top, my quiet voice, my existence. Sophia was the golden child, the one who smiled for photos and married up. I was the leftover daughter from before the remarriage, the one Grandpa Victor actually talked to. He used to sit with me at this very table, sharing stories about the old family farm, saying I had his eyes and his stubborn heart. Elena never liked that. Laughter spiked again. Someone yelled, "To the happy couple?" Then footsteps in the hallway. A deep voice cut through the noise. "Excuse me. I'm looking for Mia." The music didn't stop right away, but the chatter did. Elena's heels clicked closer. "Who's asking?" I froze, fork halfway to my mouth. Because the man who stepped into the doorway wasn't here for champagne. He was holding a leather folder. And he was looking straight at me. Picture this. 30 people in designer outfits, mid-toast, and suddenly every head turns toward the hallway like a spotlight just hit the wrong person. That man, Mr. Harlan, stood there in his crisp gray suit, leather folder tucked under his arm, completely unfazed by the champagne flutes frozen halfway to mouths. Elena recovered first. She flashed her perfect hostess smile and stepped forward. "You must be here for Sophia's big night. Come in, have a drink." He didn't smile back. "I'm here on official business," he said calmly. "For Mia." The room sucked in a collective breath. Sophia's fiancé actually choked on a sip. I slid off the stool, legs shaky, still holding that stupid plate. "Me?" Mr. Harlan nodded once. "Your grandfather, Victor, updated his will 2 years ago. He was very specific." Elena laughed, sharp, nervous. "There's obviously been a mix-up. Victor adored Sophia. Everyone knows that." Mr. Harlan opened the folder. "Actually," he said, "he left everything to the granddaughter, who never asked for anything." He looked straight at me. "And that includes this house." What happens when the woman who spent years making you feel worthless suddenly realizes the house under her feet isn't hers anymore? Elena's smile cracked like cheap glass. She stared at the papers Mr. Harlan held out, then at me, then back at the folder, as if blinking hard enough would make the words disappear. "Everything," she whispered. "The house, the accounts, the land Victor promised for Sophia's future?" Mr. Harlan's voice stayed level. "Victor transferred title quietly. He watched how you treated Mia. He chose the one who stayed kind when no one was looking." Sophia's ring hand trembled. Her fiancé shifted uncomfortably, eyes darting to the exit. Guests murmured, phones already half out to record the meltdown. I finally spoke, voice steadier than I felt. "Grandpa told me once, they'll see your worth when it's too late to apologize." Elena lunged forward, trying to grab my arm. "Mia, honey, we're family." I stepped back. Then Mr. Harlan turned the final page. And the diamond ring slipped from Elena's fingers, clattering across the hardwood floor like a gunshot in the silence. Ever heard a diamond ring hit marble and sound like the end of an empire? That clatter echoed louder than any toast they'd made all night. Elena's knees buckled. She actually dropped to grab it, manicured nails scraping the floor while guests stared in stunned silence. Sophia burst into tears. "You can't do this, Mia. This is our home." "Your home," I repeated softly. "The one Grandpa paid for?" The one you mocked me in. Mr. Harlan cleared his throat. The letter Victor left explains it best. He wrote, "Give them time to pack, but don't let guilt keep what was never theirs." Elena looked up, mascara streaking. "Mia, please. We're still family. I was wrong. I see that now." I met her eyes. No anger. Just calm. "You saw my worth the second the papers came out. That's too late." I turned to Mr. Harlan. 30 days. They can stay 30 days to move. The fiancé already had his phone out, calling a realtor. And just like that, the engagement party became an exit strategy. So there it was. The night that started with me banished to the kitchen ended with them scrambling to pack boxes in the very house they'd celebrated in like it was theirs forever. The music never came back on. Champagne went flat in forgotten glasses. Elena kept whispering apologies that sounded more like pleas. Sophia clutched her fiancé's arm like he might vanish too. I stood there, still in my plain black top, no longer the embarrassment. Grandpa Victor's last gift wasn't just a house. It was proof that quiet loyalty outlasts loud cruelty every time. Never let anyone convince you your worth depends on their approval. Sometimes the biggest comeback starts with a cold plate in the dark. If you've ever been the one pushed aside, drop a like, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what would you have done that night? More stories like this coming. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.